Hey guys, this week we're gonna go full out and try to accomplish more than just one thing. Hey guys, welcome back to AMS and Project Tallhoe. Last week, in case you missed it, we finished up the rear passenger door sill rust repair, and we started work on the outrigger that's going to tie that B-pillar down to our floor pan. Unfortunately, that didn't go very well, so that's our first priority this week. In case you missed it, I'm going to throw a link up above that gives you the playlist for the entire project to let you catch up from wherever you last joined us. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that for us. We appreciate it. It really does help build the channel. Anyway, let's get stuck into that outrigger, see what we can get finished up this week. Got some different metal prepped and more or less clean. And I cut that bracket apart. I'm going to try to cut this in one piece and see if I can bend it all up instead of welding the sides anyway. We'll see if that works. I honestly don't know if I can pull that off. Well, hey, that garbage serves some purpose. So, you know, small short stuff, this seems to work all right. It's pretty thick metal. So it still needs some fine-tuning. I made it big enough that I could put spot weld returns on it, like this. I'd have to hammer them over to get them in. I don't know how much I care. I can always just seam weld it all the way down. And then maybe just put a cap on it. Because I don't think a deeper outrigger is a bad thing. I gotta see. I gotta think about this. Alright, I've decided I'm going to try and putting those flanges back in. That should hopefully line up with where the depth changes on this door frame. So this side is probably okay, but it's not. gotta transition it kind of through here. Okay. This side seems pretty good down at the bottom, except that I need to close it in. I need to squeeze it in a little bit tighter. We should be good there. So I've got this thing in here fitting pretty well. A little bit of hammering down this to pull it in tight before I weld it. A little bit of hammer forming here. All that's fine. But the bottom fits in pretty well on both sides. I clearanced it slightly over the weld that's here. But now that I'm sitting here looking at it, I think I may want to go to the extra effort of building a leg that goes down and grabs down there. So I think I'm going to build a leg like that on each side and weld that on. And probably put a recurve on it like this just for a little bit of extra strength. So I've been out here just getting my butt kicked by this thing. Getting all frustrated and angry and didn't want to deal with the camera and throwing my own little private fit out here in my shop. So I didn't film all the stuff I've been doing on this thing. Sorry. Anyway, this is what we've ended up with, and I think that's as good as it's going to get. So you can see we have halfway decent fitment along here. I'll be able to improve it as I weld it, and then I can kind of tap things into place and weld those. And then I've got something I can weld to down in there. As well as over here. More or less the same thing. It's not perfect in there at all, but I think I can hammer a lot of it where it needs to go as I'm welding all of this together. So I just have a few other things I need to do. I need to weld that in and weld that in. And then I also need to decide exactly what I'm going to do about the top of this thing. I don't know if I just want to put a flat plate on it or taper it up another couple of inches so there's just a nice plane off right here. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. So I need to figure that out and decide what I'm going to do there. I don't think I'll put any of these flanges on it, even if I put in a big taper and just put some triangles in the side. I won't bother with any of that, but I think that's probably what I need to do, is clip this thing into place and then just test fit some pieces and get something built. So let's do that next. After going the rounds with this thing repeatedly, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. It's still not perfect, this is a little ugly. Down here, I'm not worried about at all. All of this will be basically hidden. And then I really need to fill in a bit here, as that gap is a little large. But there you can really see what's going on. Got it welded down inside here as well, and all basically finished at the top. A little lighter grit of sandpaper. I can really finish that back if I decide I need to. But that really ties those two together in a way I like. Visually, it doesn't bother me at all, and it won't interfere with the function of the vehicle. So I consider that a huge win, especially after the fight I had to get here. I'd also just like to note that with that outrigger now firmly installed to the floor pan, this door now closes quite satisfyingly. Oh yeah. So we finished the grinding that we're going to do for now on this part. I did not finish all the way up under there. I'm going to have to use a finger sander or something to get up in there. And this is not phenomenal looking by any means. It's pretty rough and ugly. I don't actually know what I'm going to do here at the kick panel. I don't know if I'm going to try and make a real kick panel or maybe just upholster fabric over that, or if I'm just going to lay in a little bit of Bondo and paint it. Since I don't know what I'm doing there, being ground down that far is good enough. This corner here will go from right here down. I will build after I install the bottom plate, and I'm going to run the bottom plate all the way to there. If I can. We'll see. Here's actually what that looks like from the passenger seat. When you're sitting up in the seat, you know, this is around head height. That's how much of it you can see. So it doesn't look horrible from up here. You can't see some of the ugly. But it's definitely going to need a little more work. Well, guys, that's all the time I have for this week. We got that B pillar done. Got a good portion of work done on the A pillar. So next up, we're looking at actually connecting the rockers to the Tahoe rockers. I don't want to do the C pillar until I've got some of that built because of some repairs I still want to do back there. Additionally, I'm not ready to do the C pillars really until I get the inner wheel tub put in. I can't get the inner wheel tub put in until I do the sheet metal repair on the outside. So I am drawing into a point where I really need to decide exactly how I'm going to do those repairs and get some parts ordered in so that I've got some sheet metal to put around those wheel arches. Still not exactly sure what I'm going to do there, weighing the pros and cons of some of the options that I've been looking at. But next week, we're going to at least get those rockers tied together on this side. And if I still haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do about the wheel arches in the back, then I guess it'll be on to getting the rockers and pillars all connected on the driver's side. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.